Sharon. Hi, Sam.
Hi.
Sam, your voice is wonderful in this room. And you know, whatever you're delivering, whether it's persuasive speech or a marriage proposal or whatever, if the voice in delivery isn't right, you're finished, right? Your eye contact was fantastic. And I usually don't talk about technicalities because most technicalities are not worth talking about. But I think yours were. And you placed gestures in their right place. You were not waving arms about to dramatize things. You were focused on your audience. Your gestures took a back seat to that. And that's just the way it should be. Your content, I really liked what you chose to talk about. My feeling was that you chose this because somehow it's personal for you. And there was power in that choice, I think. That really worked well. Very congruent that way. As a persuasive speech, there are some things I'd like to suggest. In light of persuasion, you had the opening questions, and that's the great way to engage the audience. By the way, your ability to connect to the audience is outstanding. I rarely see that in a speaker. But with the questions at the beginning, that's quite a. I mean, we've been taught to do that, right? To open with questions and then get responses, and this is good to work the audience up. I would suggest that in addition to those questions, and you keep those questions quite quick, but in addition to those questions, you add a one line after that. And the one line is a promise that you're going to make to your audience. Because you're going to persuade them, right? You attempt to persuade them. Start by telling them what you're going to do for them tonight. You could say something like, let me see if I've got something for you here. You can say, okay, tonight I'm going to show you my very own easy 3-step process for making important changes in your life, whether they be in health, wealth, or Toastmasters. You could make that promise that you can deliver that 3-step process tonight. That's a nice way to start things. Then you proceed to set up what you had a problem solution set up with the body, right? And I would summarize that when you start off. So you told your stories, and then you suggested that those are the problems, the 3 brothers, and as well as the Toastmasters who don't give their speeches regularly. So you outline some of the problems, then you propose an ADA solution. I would summarize that and put that right up at the front of the body of your speech. So right after the opening, you go with something like, okay, you identify the struggles, okay? You go with something like, do you struggle with, how many of you exercise every day, And then of course you're going to see like not a whole lot of people doing that. And then you go on, and how many of you got your finances sorted out? No? Then you're not going to get much response either. But that's good because there's in that suspense it's awkward, isn't it? And you want people to feel awkward about it. Why? Because when they do change, they feel better. So you set up that awkwardness, make them feel awkward. How many of you exercise every day? Let me see. Yeah, 1 or 2. Huh? How many of you got your finances sorted out the way you'd like it to be? Not yet, right? Okay, tonight, Sam is going to deliver a 3-step process to help you make those changes. And this is how you focus your audience on what's going to happen, so that they know where they are, and then once you deliver your stuff, they can see how they can be different. That's all the time I have. So anyway.